following is an evening class on the Bhagavad Gita given by His Holiness Gaura Govinda Swami Maharaj, recorded November 5th, 1991 at the Alachua Farm, Florida.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach you how to surrender, that Krishna gave his last concluding instruction, most confidential instruction. Get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is freely distributing Krishna Prem, then you can understand what Krishna said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's directly come out from the lips of Krishna, the Gita-Upanishad. Isn't it, Puskara, Prabhu?
Upanishad Prabhu.
Dugdha Gopala Nandana. Partha Vassa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahat. Then it is offered to you, you Mahat Purush, Mahatmas. The milk came out. All Upanishad has become cow. Gopala Nandana, Krishna, milkman. Partha, Arjuna, calf. So milk came out, Gita Amrita. Is for you all. Test it. So nectarian sweet milk. Who has been sung in Gita? Gita means a song of the Lord, isn't it? Gita, Sugita. Who has been sung in Bhagavad Gita? Yes, Puskar Prabhu, tell me.
Who has sung it?
Who has been sung?
Who has been sung?
In Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Krishna has been sung. Yes, 15th chapter. Vedeta Prathita Purushottama. 15th chapter, Vedeta Prathita Purushottama. In all Vedas he has been said as Purushottama, supreme person, best of all persons. He has been sung here as what? How has been? How he has been sung in Bhagavad Gita? Pitam jena jasodastanyam nitam partha sarathyam Hitam sadguna vrundai sadatra gitam param tattvam Parandhama pavitram paramam bhava. Isn't it? He has been sung like this. Pitam jena jasodastanyam. One who has sucked to the breast of Mother Jasoda. Nitam Parthasaratham. One who has drawn the chariot of Partha, Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Sphitam Sadguna Brundai, who is unlimitedly filled with all divine qualities, transcendental qualities. That Krishna has been sung in this Gita Shastra as supreme truth for Tattva. Isn't it?
Where is it?
Baladev Vidyabhushana, who kept up the prestige of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, writing Govinda Bhashya, commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra. You understand? He has said this thing in his Gita Bhushana Bhashya. You understand? So Bhagavad Gita has directly come out from the lips of Krishna. So it's not different from Krishna. Krishna and his words are not different. So we should also glorify Bhagavad Gita. As we glorify Krishna, we should also pay our obeisances to Bhagavad Gita. It's not different from Krishna. Sri Baladev Vidyabhushana Prabhu has also glorified Krishna and glorified that Govinda Dev who empowered him to write such good Bhashya commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Govinda Bhashya, and also is glorified. Paid respect, obeisance to Gita. Satyananta Chintya Sakteka Pakhye सर्वाधक्ष्ये भक्तिरख्याति दक्ष्ये श्री गोविंदे विश्व सर्गादिकंदे पूर्णानंदे नित्यमास्तां मतिर्मे. Isn't it? Puskar Prabhu. Huh?
Yes.
Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu says like this. Satyananta Chintya Sakti Kapakhi. One who is supreme truth. Huh? Ananto. One who is unlimited. One who has inconceivable potency, Achintya Sakti. One who is without second, absolute truth, Advaitatya. One who is very expert in protecting his devotees, Bhaktarakyati Dakye. One who is the original creator, Anadiradi Govinda, that Govinda, Purnananda, which is completely full in blissfulness, Purnananda, that Govinda, let me, that Govinda be always be in my mind and heart. And let my mind and heart always rest on his transcendental words, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Matirme. Do you understand? Ajnana niradhi rupeti jaya visosam bhakti parapi bhadate pariposamucchai tattam parang spurati durgamang apyajasrang sadgunya bhrutyo sorachitam pranamami Gita. Offers obeisances to that Gita Shastra, Pranamami Gita. This Gita Shastra is like an unlimited ocean. Do you understand? Ocean of what?
Amrit.
Yes. Ocean of that transcendental knowledge, Sadajnana. Do you understand? If you can get the mercy of Gita Shastra, Shastra has mercy, isn't it? Huh? Has not Shastra mercy?
What?
Yes. Sadhu Shastra Krupaye Jodi Krishnanmukha hoy, tobe sei jiva toroy maya take chharoy. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Huh? Isn't it? As Sadhu has Kripa, mercy, similarly Shastra has Kripa. Because it's not different from Krishna. Do you understand? Words are not different. So we must beg mercy from Sadhu and Shastra also. If someone is fortunate enough gets mercy from Sadhu and Shastra, do you understand? Then he develops Krishna consciousness. Do you understand? Complete Krishna consciousness. So he will be completely free from the clutches of Maya. We must go back home, back to Godhead. So we pay obeisance to Gita Shastra, because by his mercy, that is unlimited ocean of the transcendental knowledge, to get the mercy of Gita Shastra, then the Ajnana Sagar, we are drowned in the ocean of ignorance, isn't it? We have been drowning in the ocean of ignorance. The material world means manifestation of illusory energy, Maya, Andhakar, is ignorance, Maya by Andhakar, isn't it? We have been drowning in this ocean of ignorance. So if we get the mercy of Gita Shastra, which is the ocean, unlimited ocean of that transcendent knowledge, that this ocean of ignorance will completely dry up. Isn't it? Completely dried up. Then, Ajnana niradhi rupeti jayang vishesam bhakti parapi vadate pariposamucchai. And para bhakti, supreme bhakti will be developed And you will be able to understand, which is very difficult to understand, that supreme truth, Param Tattva. Because Krishna is the supreme truth. He has been sung here as Param Tattva, supreme truth in this Gita, and who is unlimitedly full with all transcendental qualities, that all those qualities are also manifest in you when you develop such pure devotion, Sudha Bhakti, Para Bhakti, supreme devotion. Sarve guna guna Vaishnava sarire Krishna bhakti Krishna guna sagali sanchare. Jasya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarve gunis tatra samasate sura. Isn't it? All transcendental qualities will manifest. So this is what this Gita Shastra. By the mercy of the Gita Shastra will get all these things. Therefore, pranamami Gita. I pay my obeisances to that Gita. You understand? And Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Sruhudam Sarvabhutanam, who is the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. He said that thing in the last verse of 5th chapter. Bhaktaram Jaggantavasam Sarvaloka Maheswaram Sruhudam Sarvabhutanam Gyantamang Santing Ruchati. Sruhudam Sarvabhutanam. He is the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. So he came here, descended here, and gave his message in the form of Bhagavad Gita through Arjuna to all mankind. To all mankind. What he has said, it is to be understood in Tattva, isn't it? Gita, 700 verses. And the essence of all Veda, Upanishads, Sarva Upanishad Gabo, you said that. Precisely, everything, the essence has been said. But Srimad Bhagavatam gives the elaborate description. You understand? What has been said in Gita, that has been said in Srimad Bhagavatam elaborately. So this morning I was saying that thing. Manmana Bhavo, he said. The example is given there. In 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Manmanaska Madarthe Tektaji Dehika, the gopis, their example, are Manmanaska. Do you understand? So when you speak from Bhagavad Gita, automatically everything comes up. Bhagavad comes up, Chaitanya Charitamrita comes up. Speak from Bhagavatam, automatically Gita will come up. Everything is relating to Krishna, the supreme truth. And as Krishna is our Suhuda, only well-wishing friend, especially the human beings, those who have achieved the highest level of this superior, some level of consciousness, this has been said to them, isn't it? There are how many levels of consciousness?
How many?
Levels of consciousness.
One.
Say number. How many?
Five.
5. What are they? They are koshals, cells, not consciousness. 5 levels of consciousness. Yes, 5 levels. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Vaishnavacharya Mahajan. He has said that thing in Chaitanya Sikhyamrita. Have you gone through that book? Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Chaitanya Sikhyamrita. There he has said. Abhrita Chetana, Sankuchita Chetana, Mukulita Chetana, Vikachita Chetana, Purna Vikachita Chetana. Do you understand?
Purna? What is that?
Purna Vikachita Chetana. Completely blossoming consciousness. First one is Abhrita Chetana, covered consciousness. Second one is Sankuchita Chetana, shrunken consciousness. Third one is Mukulita Chetana, budding consciousness, like flower bud. Mukulita. Flower bud, like flower bud. Second one, Sankuchita, shrunken. Third one, shrunken.
Pumpkin.
Shrunken. Third one, budding like flower bud. Mukulita. Fourth one, vikachita, blossoming. The bud blossoms. Fifth and highest one is Purna Vikachita Chetana, completely blossoming consciousness.
Purnamika Cheetah.
Purna Vikachita. Purna Vikachita. Completely blossoming consciousness. That is complete Krishna consciousness. Do you understand? The human beings rarely achieved birth, manusya janma durlabham. Human birth is rarely achieved. And opportunity has been given in this birth. Then whatever level of consciousness you are, you can elevate yourself to the highest level of consciousness, that is Purna Vikachita Chetana, complete Krishna consciousness. That opportunity has been given to you in this birth, not in other birth. Therefore, this human birth is considered as Durlabham, rarely achieved. So this has been said to all human beings, mankind. He gave these instructions through Arjuna to all mankind. You understand? So he says, one should develop, should surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna and develop and elevate himself to the highest level of consciousness. That is Purna Vikachita Chetana, completely blossoming consciousness, complete Krishna consciousness.
Buddha Cheetah.
Huh?
Buddha Cheetah. First, lowest. That is Paul.
Abruta Chetana,
Buddha.
covered consciousness, the trees and mountains, Thavar,
Avrita.
Abrita. You understand? They come under this level of consciousness. And other than human beings, they come under this shrunken consciousness, level of shrunken consciousness. And only human beings come under these three levels of consciousness. Budding consciousness, blossoming consciousness, and completely blossoming consciousness. The highest level is that. You understand? So, that's been said to become human beings. Thereby, they will elevate themselves to the highest level of consciousness, develop complete Krishna consciousness. Then, by the mercy of Sadhu Shastra, Guru, they can develop, they can understand it. He has instructed this thing, and sadhus, gurus, mahajans also come. They instruct the same thing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is known as seventh Goswami. He is known as seventh Goswami. He wrote many Vaishnava Shastras filled with this truth, tattva. He has written that thing. Tomar ichhai mor indriya chalna, শ্রবণ দর্শন ঘ্রাণ ভোজন বাসনা নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করিয়া ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার. Isn't it? Don't you sing this song?
This song?
Yes, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written so many nice songs.
Yeah, we don't sing it out.
My Guru Maharaj, your Guru Maharaj, our revered spiritual master, sings so many nice songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
This one that I'm reading.
Huh?
The Sharanagi Deals.
Saranagati, yes, many songs are there.
Yeah.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written. So he has written it. Tomar ichhai mor indriya chalana, শ্রবণ দর্শন ঘ্রাণ ভোজন বাসনা নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করি আর ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার. Oh Lord, I will engage my senses according to your will, not to my will. Do you understand? Sravana, darsana, grana, bhajana. That means I will engage my sense of ear. That means hearing. Do you understand? According to your will means I will hear what? Hear your nectarian katha. Darsana, I will engage my this eye, senses, to see your beautiful form, deity form, see you everywhere. Grana, engage my nose, isn't it? According to your will, that means smell the aroma coming out from tulsi leaf offered to your lotus feet. Bhojana, engage my tongue, accepting your prasad, chanting your holy name like this. All my senses should be engaged in a loving service. Rusikena, Rusikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyati. Srila Rupa Goswami gives this definition of bhakti, isn't it? Rusikena, Rusikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyati. What is bhakti? Bhas dhatu is verbal root. Huh? What does it mean? From bhas dhatu, the word bhakti is framed. Bhakta is framed. Isn't it? Bhakti means service. Do you understand? Bhas dhatu means to serve. Do you understand? Yes. So to engage all your senses into the loving service of Krishna is bhakti. And bhakta is servitor who engages his all the senses into the service of Krishna. Is bhakta, is servitor. Do you understand? So he says, I will engage all my senses into your loving service according to you, as you want, as it pleases you, not my will. নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করি আর ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার. I will never do anything for my pleasure. I will do everything for your pleasure. Do you understand? Come up. Why are you leaning against the wall? The drowsiness comes. Don't lean. Come up. Pushkar Prabhu. Hey, let him come up. Pushkar Prabhu. He's leaning and dozing. Come up, please. Yes. I'll do everything for your pleasure. Just mean tushte, jagat tushta. If he will be pleased, all will be pleased, because he is the source of everything. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Krishna said the same thing. In Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavatam also you'll find the same thing. Same thing, Sadhu Shastra Guru. Do you understand? Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, you will see 24, 25 verse. Speak clearly. 14th chapter, yes. Sama dukkha sukha swastha samalostra kanchana tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma sanstuti manapamanayo tulya tulya mitrari pakkhayo sarvaramba parityagi gunatita sauchyate. Who is above these three modes of material nature, transcendent. Huh? That is Krishna's instruction to Arjuna. Huh? Isn't it? Huh? Transcend yourself above these three modes of material nature. That means completely free from the influence of three modes of material nature, in other words, Maya. Jamanga vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samataitan etan brahma bhuyaya kalpati. Isn't it? A vyabhicharini bhakti, one who develops an alert devotion, pure devotion unto me, he transcends himself the three modes of material nature. And here he says, the three modes of material nature, this 14th chapter, it says how he behaves, what is nature, how he acts like this. Sama dukkha sukha swastha samalostra kanchana tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma sanstuti manapamanayo tulya mitrari pakkhayo sarvaramba parityagi gunatita sauchyate. Translation, Prabhupada Maharaj says, who is situated in the south and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal towards the desirable and undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities, such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. Isn't it? And who is he? One who has developed an alert, devotion. He is. Mahameva prapadyante maya me tantarantite. One who is completely surrendered unto the master of Maya, Mayadhisa Krishna, he has transcended the modes of nature. Is completely free from the clutches of Maya. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada said, The materially situated person is affected by so-called honor and dishonor offered to the body. But the transcendently situated person is not affected by such false honor and dishonor. He performs his duty in Krishna consciousness and doesn't mind whether man honors or dishonors him. Isn't it? Those who are in bodily constitutional life, they are aware of all these things. Oh, I will be criticized. People will speak ill of me. They will not pay honor to me, respect to me. I'll be dishonored, I'll be blamed. Isn't it? Huh? They always think of this thing. How can I do like this? But he says, he performs his duty in Krishna consciousness, doesn't mind whether man honors or dishonors him. The gopis are running at the dead of night to the jungle of Vrindavan when they hear the flute. So it's singing of Krishna and flute. Huh? Leaving aside their household paraphernalia, their husbands, their sons, daughters, family members, father-in-law, mother-in-law. Isn't it? They are condemned. Do you understand? They are prostitutes, kulota. A housewife, that is Vedic etiquette. A housewife should not go outside the house. Do you understand? It's just lady, devoted wife. If she goes out, then she becomes unchaste. Do you understand? It's Vedic etiquette. But what did they do? They kicked off Vedic etiquette, Veda Dharma. Huh? Isn't it? They kicked up Veda Dharma. Sarvadharmana paritejya mamekam saranam raja. That is said. Giving up all varieties, even Veda Dharma. Even Veda Dharma, Vedic etiquette, kicked up for Krishna. Huh? Even here. Even the Veda Dharma, Vedic etiquette should be kicked up. This is love for Krishna. This is complete surrender. God, Krishna wants. Gopis did it. Isn't it? So Uddhava came to Brajbhumi. I was saying that thing. Krishna sent Uddhava, his dear devotee, please go deliver this message of love to them. I may be relieved. Do you understand? Now Uddhava saw the gopis, oh, but Krishna prema they have developed. Such prema, such love. I have no such love. I have no such love. Every moment they are thinking of Krishna. Never forgetting, they have given up everything for Krishna. Do you understand? Everything for Krishna, such love. I am devoid of such love and bereft of such love. Previously, Uddhava was thinking himself that he knows Krishna. But now he feels ashamed. Oh, I don't know anything. What love they have developed. If I can be able to get some dust from their lotus feet of gopis, my life will be successful. Otherwise, what is this life? Isn't it? Asamo charana renu jusamo swang vrindavane kimapi gulmo latau sarinang jadustejya swajanang arja pathan chahitva bhejur mukunda padavi sudibhi mrugyang. Isn't it, Pushkar Prabhu? So, Uddhava, such a dear devotee, great devotee of Krishna, aspires for the dust from the lotus feet of gopis. Do you understand? And if I beg, ask them, please give me, they won't give me. Oh, gopis, please give me some speck of dust from your lotus. They won't give me. How can I get? Vrindavane kimapi gulmalatu sadhina. If I will become some grass here in the jungle of Vrindavan, some creeper here, some herbs here in this jungle of Vrindavan, then I'll get such opportunity. When they will be wandering here, in feeling pangs of separation from Krishna, by chance their feet will touch me. So I'll get such opportunity to get some specks of dust from the lotus. Then my life will be successful. What? They have not done. Bhejo mukunda padavi sudhi vimurgyam jadustejya sojana arja padancha itva Bhejo mukunda padavi sudhi vimurgyam, which is very difficult to give up this Veda Dharma, Veda Marjada, isn't it? Durjaras Grihasmunkha, 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna said to the gopis, it is very difficult. It's Durjara, very difficult to break this family bondage, family tie, isn't it? Pushkar Prabhu cannot break, you cannot break, he cannot break, he cannot break. Durjara Grihasmunkha is Durjara, very difficult to break such very tight bondage. But you have broken. For me, so develop so love, such love towards me. I become indebted to you. I have no wealth in me, in my treasury, to pay back your debt to gopis. Isn't it? Krishna became indebted. Krishna became indebted. Huh? Lakshmi Satasasra Sambhrama Sevyamanu. Thousands of Lakshmis are serving him. He says, I have no wealth to pay back your debt. Prema Karuna. Huh? Pushkar Prabhu, what do you say? Huh? What wealth is required? What wealth is required to pay back such debt? Krishna became indebted? I say, no far away, no far away. I am defeated now. I cannot pay back such debt. Do you understand? You made me infer through your pure love. Do you understand? Prema Runa. Do you understand? What dharma, what was this required?
They have to be satisfied with their love.
The wealth that is required is not with Krishna. Do you understand? It is with whom? It is with Radharani. It is with Radharani. Do you understand? It is with Radharani. That is Mahabhavo. Mahabhavo. That wealth is Mahabhavo. Isn't it? Mahabhava Chintamani Swarupa Radharani. She has that wealth. Krishna has not such wealth, he says. So what to do? Then Krishna became indebted. To pay back the debt, he became Gaura. Do you understand? This is Gaura Tattva. To pay back that debt, he became Gaura. How to pay back? How to pay back? Krishna never becomes indebted to anybody. Je jatha mam prapadyante stang statani bhajamyam. Isn't it? Pushkar Prabhu, Gita. Say. Je jatha mang prapadyante. Yes. Speak in English.
As you surrender, then I reward for you.
According to degree of your surrender, one will be rewarded, isn't it? But he says, no, Parvai. Oh, gopis, I cannot pay back now. He always pays back. He never becomes indebted. Now he becomes indebted. No, Parvai, I cannot pay back. That wealth is not with me. Do you understand? So his mind is always thinking how to pay back. What to do. If a no wealth, then what to do? Beg, borrow, or steal. Isn't it? Beg, borrow, or steal. So wealth lies with Radharani. If I beg, she will never give. Do you understand? If I say, yes, please borrow me, still will never give. So I have to steal. it.
One verse in Adi.
Yes.
Lotia kaya dia banda ujare. Ashtaja prema shata gunamari. They're stealing.
Yes.
Thought was stealing.
Yes.
Lotia kaya eating and distributing and still just
yes. Bhantya distributing. Yes.
increasing.
Lutia kaya. Yes.
Banda ujare.
Yes. That's all.
Right.
Yes. I understand what you say.
It's increasing 100 times.
So he's supreme stealer. supreme thief, Krishna. Isn't he supreme in all respect? Chauragragunya. He is the supreme thief. Do you understand? Nobody can surpass him in this stealing business, stealing activity. Do you understand? So he thought of, now I'll steal that wealth that is there in the heart of Radharani, that Mahabhava Dharma. Srila Rupa Goswami has written that thing. Rasastamam hutva kutuki rasastamam hutva. Hutva means he stole. Entered into the heart of Radharani and stole it. So Radha Bhav, Radha Kanti, he achieved. The complexion of, bodily complexion of Radharani and mood of Radharani. That is Gaura. That is Gaura. Isn't it? Isn't it? Tattva Kanchana Gauranga. Bodily complexion of Radharani and mood of Radharani. Isn't it? Thinking always Radha Bhav is predominating. Yes. Wait. He's predominating. Do you understand? Radha Bhav is predominating. Though he is Krishna, Radha Bhav is predominating. Gauranga nahe mora Radhanga sparsana. He says, Brajendra Sutam Vina na sparsya anya jana. His body is not the body of Gauranga, is Radhanga sparsana, is the body of Radharani. Only Brajendra Nandan, only son of Nanda Maharaj can touch this body. Nobody else can touch this body. Then, do you understand me?
Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is bhav? What is its mood? What is Gauranga's mood?
Adilila.
Yes, Adilila. What is his mood? You should understand. His mood is like that. Do you understand? So if you put peacock feather and put some flute, one flute on his hand, how his mood is disturbed. You'll never feel.
But some people say when Prabhupada was here, we had peacock feathers on Gauranga.
You cannot understand that thing. Prabhupada never says that thing in the initial stage. Then when you make development, then that will come up. Gaura Tattva is very confidential Tattva. It's not easy thing to be understood. But in many purports of Prabhupada, he has said that thing. Don't disturb the mood of Gauranga. He has said that.
But in Gaudiya Math, they don't have peacock.
No. Because that is what needed. Because you offer service for his pleasure, not for your pleasure. Isn't it? So what will displease him? Why will do? Why will do? That's the most important question. Isn't it? Yes. Acharya says, teacher teaches according to your standard. When you are in the primary school, only teaches the rudimentary things. Do you understand? 2 and 2 is equal to 4. Best. Accept authority and this thing. How and why, that cannot be said. Go up. In higher mathematics class, then that will be explained. So, why you will say like that? When you are teaching, you are in primary class. First mathematics teacher, pi is 22 by 7. You never explained how pi is 22 by 7. When you go up, promoted to the higher mathematics class, then it is explained how pi is 22 by 7. Geometrical proof is there, so that proof is there. But in beginning, no such thing. You have to just accept it. That is what the process our. Do you understand? Now you are in the higher class. So now you should understand it. Puskara proof. Do you understand? That is what. All right. Let's finish. So here it says, otherwise, he performs the duty in Krishna consciousness, doesn't mind. Doesn't mind whether a man honors or dishonors him. He says, people will criticize me. He's in bodily platform of life, not in Krishna consciousness. Gopis never think of this thing. They are condemned in the society like prostitutes. Running at the middle of midnight, kicking their household burnt tie. Do you understand? It's very difficult to break the break. Jadustadya sujano arja pathanchayitva bheju nukunda padabi. Uddhava says, what they have not done. It is very difficult to break. They have broken the family tie. for doing Mukunda Padavi Bhajana. Huh? Do you understand? Such love. That is what. They never hear what people say, he says. Ah, he says it. Doesn't mind whether man honors or dishonors him. Criticize. People will criticize me. What is that? Krishna pleases. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material. Either a stone or gold. He takes everyone as a dear friend who helps him in his execution of Krishna consciousness. He doesn't hate his so-called enemy. He is equally disposed and sees everything on an equal level because he knows perfectly well that he has nothing to do with the material existence. Nothing to do with the material existence. Social and political issues do not affect him because he knows the situation of temporary upheavals and disturbances, temporary. He doesn't attempt anything for his own sake. That, he says, I was quoting. নিজ সুখ লাগি কিছু নাহি করিয়ার ভকতি বিনোদ বলে তব সুখ সার Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this and that. Oh Lord, I won't do anything for my own pleasure. Everything I'll do, even I'm prepared to go to hell for your pleasure. So, Gopis gave the dust to Narada Muni. Take this dust from our lotus. Let us go to hell and suffer there. For long, for good. Let Krishna be happy. This is love. Do you understand? That is what he says. Gita says here. Krishna says this thing. Bhagavatam says this thing. Mahajana Sadhu Acharya says this thing. Same thing. He doesn't attempt anything for his own sake. He can attempt anything for Krishna, but not for his personal self. But for his personal self, doesn't attempt anything. By such behavior, one becomes actually transcendentally situated. Complete Krishna consciousness. You understand? And that was say, tava ichha. Indriya chalana, mora indriya chalana. Tomar ichhaye mora indriya chalana, sravana, darsana, ghrana, bhojana, vasana. How all the senses will be engaged in the loving service of Krishna according to the will of Krishna. Oh Lord, according to your will, I will engage my senses. Then not for my will. Because your pleasure, not for my pleasure. That is what Krishna consciousness. That Krishna. Then he is above these three modes of mental nature. Transcendentally situated. Bhagavad also says, Sovida Bharahostra Kharei Sanstuta Purusa Pasu Najata Karna Pathapeto Jatu Namo Gadagraja. Second canto.
Yes.
What is English?
That those who praise the animal men, they don't praise Krishna. They praise dogs, hogs.
Yes. In their ears, Krishna Katha never enters. That is says. Do you understand? Krishna transcendental Krishna Katha, this holy name of Krishna doesn't enter. Do you understand? Bide bator krama vikraman jena srunato karna pute narasya jivasati dardurike vasuta nacho pagayati urugaya gatha. Isn't it? What is that?
That ear holes like the snake.
Yes. On whose ears the Krishna Katha doesn't enter, that's a mere hole, like snakes. Snake will stay there.
Has hole in it, but he has no, you can't hear him.
Yes. Yes. Jvasati dadurike vasutana chopagayati.
Croaking like
Urugaya gatha. Yes. The tongue that doesn't utter the name of Krishna. This frog's tongue croaks, frog croaks. Devour me, devour me. The tongue that doesn't enter. Chant the name of Krishna. Speak Krishna Katha. Is frogs croaking. Then stand Bheka Jiva. Bhara Parapataki Stadusto Mapyuttamangam Mena Mukundam Sabo Karuna Kuruta Saparjang Harellasat Kansana Kankana Uba. Yes, Bolo?
it says that you have a big turban, but it's simply a burden if you don't bow before Krishna.
Yes.
Bhaparampata, still turban. How about it?
Mukti Pradata, who gives liberation, yes. Then, and the
Bhakti-tamam and Mukundam, he doesn't bow.
that head, then hands. Sabau karana kuruto saparjang haralla sata kanchana kankanuva, yes.
Dead body.
And the hands, though decorated with glittering bangles, are like those of a dead man if not engaged in the service of
Otherwise,
Krishna. Yes. Lord Hari. Yes, this is bhakti. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam, engaging all your senses in the service of Krishna. Barahite te nayana naranang lingani visnunna nirikyato de padonunam to drumajanma bhajam khetrani nanu brajat harirju. Yes, sir.
that
The eyes,
don't see Krishna like peacock bear.
there's painted eyes on the peacock feather.
And if the legs don't walk to the temple, they're just like a trunk of tree.
Yes, don't circumambulate. The temple circumambulate dham. Do you understand? Dham parikrama. Yes. Then, Jivan sapo bhagavadangri renum adatumartyo abhilava tejastu Sri Vishnu padyang anujam tulasya susan sabajastu nabedagannam. Yes.
That person who has not smelled the flowers offered to Krishna and Tulsi,
Aroma. Tulsi coming out from Tulsi leaf offered at his lotus feet. Yes. Yes, a dead body. Yes. Then is also dead body, although breathing. Although breathing is dead body. Yes, Jivansu, yes. Sasanchapajastu. No Vedagandha. This is what, you see, Bhagavatam says, Gita says. This is bhakti. Do you understand? Yes. Bala?
forget it. Okay.
Yes.
Last word.
What is that?
That Ashmasaram, Vidayam, Vidayam.
Asmasaram. The heart is as hard as a block of stone. Never melts. Yes. The tears don't roll down from his eyes.
Netra Jalam.
Natra jalam, gatra ruhasa sporsha. The hairs and body never are erected. Yes, that is ecstasy. You see? That is last prema. That is because in a prema. Yes, the last thing. Yes, prema. Do you understand? This is what that Krishna says something in Bhagavad Gita, elaborately described in Bhagavatam. Then more, very deepest thing, love, tattva, prema tattva in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The same thing, related. Yes, Mataji, what I have posted?
In context with what we were speaking about this evening, in with regards to the meaning of Chaitanya Charitamrita Veda, what is the meaning of Chaitanya, the name Chaitanya? What is it?
Chaitanya means consciousness. Consciousness.
Chaitanya Vidam Vishwasam Jadi Chaitanya.
Iswarang na viduhu, sarvasatra gyapi brahmanti te jana. Yes, that Prabhupada Saraswati Pad.
Pranyakyam Paratatvam Tatvam.
Yes,
Chaitanya Bhakti.
Chaitanya Upanishad. Chaitanya means consciousness, literally means consciousness.
Chanyakyam Paratatvam Karanam.
Do you understand?
Yes, Srila Prabhupada said that in the introduction of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes. Chaitanya literally means Chetana, consciousness, literally meaning. Do you understand?
Chaitanya
Chetana Chetananang, Nityo Nityanang,
Chaitanya.
isn't it? Eko Bahunangdo Vidadhati Kaman, Upanishad, that's the supreme consciousness. Jiva is also conscious, becoming eternal, part and parcel of our supreme consciousness is Chaitanya, Chetana. Do you understand? That literally means that. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming here. It's delightful. You spoke about many things. I'm wondering about the position of the husband of Radharani and the husband of the gopis. Are they very special? What is their connection with Krishna? I heard someplace, I don't know how authoritative it is, that they're actually no one can touch Krishna except Radha. So Abhimanyu occupied a very special position as a,
That is outward.
that's how.
Outward.
Oh, that's how.
The real husband is Krishna.
Yes, yes. So these are just
Just
the Jiva soul?
yeah, just external.
Yes, I understand. They're
You
Jiva
understand?
souls.
That is Jiva Goswami has written all these truths, very subtle, confidential tattvas in his Sandarbha. You understand? If you, through by the mercy of Guru, you can understand, read, then you can understand. Very confidential tattva.
So their position is very confidential.
Yes, very confidential. Not an easy thing to be understood by laymen. So it is not generally discussed.
Oh, I see.
Yes, very, very confidential.
You know, another thing we're talking about, understanding the basics of mathematics and the basics of bhakti.
Yeah.
Prabhupada says in the introduction, he said that once Swarup Siddhi is eternal,
Yes.
it can never fluctuate. Is this something that we're told now? I mean, once Swarup Siddhi never fluctuates, always eternal.
Yeah, eternal relationship.
Excuse me?
We have eternal relationship. It's eternal.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Never changes. Okay.
No. No. What's your name, Prabhu?
My name is Chandrasekhar.
Very good.
Anyone?
Chant this Hare Krishna nicely. With mercy of this holy name, you can understand everything. Oh, very confident. The name will give you everything. Do you understand? Give everything. Because name gives the highest thing, Krishna Prem. Hoy. Navavida Bhakti. Yes. Yes. Last thing.
All 9 divisions are given there.
Everything. That's the last thing. Last in Vedic.
Oh, is it?
The last thing is the name, holy name.
No, not origins. No. You know the big argument of the origin of the living entity?
Yeah.
So many devotees arguing and
Sure.
it's Kakataliya Nyaya.
Yes. Prabhupada. Kakataliya.
Bird is flown.
Yes.
No, I hear it.
Yeah.